Hello, it's Lisa. How are you today? Good. I've got my neck hurts today here, so that's why I have this on. Okay. So I look like it's winter, don't I? Anyway, I hope you're better than I am. This is lesson 35 of my B1 course for IELTS students of a 4 to 4.5 or for intermediate level learners. And this is what we'll be doing today. It's lesson 35, so it's a revision unit. Yep. And we'll be revising things that we've done from lessons 31 to 34. Okay, so any problems with the things here, please go back to lessons 31 or through to 34. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at task 1, which is a revision of the passive, which we did in lesson 34. Okay, as you can see, we've got pictures of Star Wars and Harry Potter. I hope you've heard of both of them. They're massive. They're very, very famous here. Okay, complete the quiz questions with the correct form of the passive and then see if you can answer them. Okay, number 1, who the Star Wars film franchise own by? So I'll do number 1 for you just so that you know what you're doing. So the correct answer is, who is the Star Wars film franchise owned by? Yeah, a present passive. Who is the Star Wars film franchise owned by? Okay, your turn. Number 2. Who the first film directed by in 1977? Okay, still talking about Star Wars. Who the first film directed by in 1977? Number 3. Who the Harry Potter books write by? Four, how many Harry Potter films make to date? Pause the slide now. If not, there are another 4 questions. Here we go. Task 1 continued. Number 5. Here we can see on the left the Mona Lisa, quite a famous painting here. Hopefully you've heard of. And on the right is the birthday song. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Lisa. Put your name in. Happy birthday to you. Okay, that's also a song we sing on people's birthdays. So here we go. Number 5. Who the Mona Lisa paint by? Remember, you're putting them into the passive. The correct tense, please. Number 6. Where this painting display since 1797? So we're talking about the Mona Lisa still. Where this painting display since 1797? Number 7, we're talking about the birthday song. When and where this song perform? Okay, the birthday song again. Who this song compose by? Compose a song is to write the words and the music. Yeah. Okay, stop the slide here and answer those questions. Once you've put the passive in, try to see if you know the answers to the quiz questions, yeah? Here we go. Task 1, answers. Who is the Star Wars film franchise owned by? Present passive, the Walt Disney Company. Number 2, who was the first film directed by in 1977? Past simple passive. George Lucas. So we're talking about Star Wars. Okay, Harry Potter. Here we go. Number 3. Who are the Harry Potter's books written by? You can use the present simple passive, or who were the Harry Potter books written by? Both possible here, past simple passive. The answer, of course, is J.K. Rowling. Number 4, how many Harry Potter books have been made to date? So that's the present perfect simple passive, and it connects something that's happened in the past to the present, doesn't it? So up to today, from the past to the present, 8 films have been made. There could be more. Yep, it's possible there will be more. Number 5, if you don't remember how to use the present perfect simple, don't worry, it's coming in Units 36, or you could have a quick look in your grammar books. Okay, number 5, who was the Mona Lisa painted by? Past simple. You could also put there who is the Mona Lisa painted by. That's fine because it's a fact, so it's always true. Yeah, but past simple or present simple passive there. Number 6, where has it been displayed since 1797? So again there, the word since gives you a past date and links to present time, so we need the present perfect simple here. Where has it been displayed since 1797? The Louvre in Paris. Number 7, when and where is this song performed? Present passive. On a person's birthday all over the world. Maybe you sing something like it in your culture. And number 8, who was this song composed by? Yeah, past simple passive. You could use the present because it's always true. I've put the past here. It was composed by 2 American sisters, Mildred and Patty. Okay, so any problems there, please go back to lesson 34 on the differences between active and passive and how to form the passive and the different tenses. Yep. Okay. Let's have a look at task 2. Task 2 is about question tags. Remember, I think we did these in lesson 32 when we think we know the answer. We think we know about somebody's opinion, but we check to make sure. Yep. And if the sentence is positive, the tag will be negative. And if the sentence is negative, the tag will be positive. And we need to think carefully about the auxiliary. Any problems with that, please go back to lesson 32. If not, test yourself here. We'll do number 1 together. Okay, number 1, you've seen some of the Star Wars films. You? Okay, so what do we have to do here? We've got you've seen. So that is positive or negative? Yeah, so that's positive. Okay, so the tag needs to be negative. And the auxiliary what's that? Good, is have. You have seen, contraction, you've seen. So we need haven't. Yeah, you've seen some of the Star Wars films, haven't you? Okay, so you really need to think carefully about these. Take your time, stop the slide. Yeah, okay, here we go. Number 2, I'm crazy for not liking the Star Wars films. Number 3, you'd rather watch a Harry Potter film than read one of the books. You? Number 4, the Mona Lisa is famous for her mysterious smile. She? Number 5, you prefer modern art to classical. You? Number 6, you can't stand people singing to you on your birthday. You? And number 7, you'll have a birthday party with friends and family. You? Okay, stop the slide now if you need more time, which I'm sure you do. If not, here come the answers. You've seen some of the Star Wars films, haven't you? I'm crazy for not liking them, aren't I? Okay, I'm just going to pop up here. Hello. As you can see in number 2, it's the only irregular question tag that exists. So we can't say I'm crazy for not liking Star Wars. Am not I? It doesn't work. Okay, amn't, you can't say it. So we say aren't I? Number 3, you would, contraction. You'd rather watch a Harry Potter film than read one of the books, wouldn't you? Number 3, the Mona Lisa is famous for her mysterious smile, isn't she? Number 5, you prefer modern art to classical, don't you? Yep, so there you need to think about how you make negatives in the present simple, and we need the auxiliary don't here. Okay, let me go. You can't stand people singing to you on your birthday, can you? So this is negative, isn't it? You can't stand, you hate. Negative can't stand, so here we need a can. And finally, number 7, you'll have a birthday party with friends. So this is you will, contracted. You'll have a birthday party with friends and family, won't you? Okay. Another thing for you to remember with the question tags was your intonation. So if I say, you've seen some of the Star Wars films, haven't you? I'm not sure, haven't you? I don't know the answer. So I don't know if you're going to say yes or no. Rising intonation, it's a real question. If I think I know that you're going to say yes, my intonation goes down. You've seen some of the Star Wars films, haven't you? I expect you to say yes. Okay, at this stage, and because obviously we can't do speaking lessons in this format, just concentrate on getting first the grammar of the question tag right, and then perhaps record yourself on the phone going, haven't you? Or haven't you? Okay, just to hear the answer. Okay. Stop the slide here if you need more time. If not, here comes task 3. Do you remember all the different genres or types of book, film and TV programme from lesson 31? Find the odd one out below. Okay, so what do I mean by the odd one out? In number 1, you've got 4 different genres of something. Could be film, could be TV, could be book. 3 have something in common, and 1 is different. Okay, it's odd one out. Shall we do one together? Okay, number 1, we've got Western, we've got animation, sitcom, and war. What could be the odd one out? Right, well, Western is a type of film, is a film genre. Animation is a type of film. War is a type of film. But sitcom is only found on the television. Yeah, a sitcom. Do you remember it was a TV program about a group of characters in funny situations? Yeah, a TV sitcom. So sitcom is the odd one out because all the others are types of film. Okay, good luck. Number 2. Which one is the odd one out? Soap, reality show, talent show, or travel guide? Number 3. Romance, self-help, cookery, or history? Number 4, comedy, musical, opera, or pop video? And finally, number 5, the cast, the costumes, the lighting, and the special effects. Stop the slide if you need more time. If not, here are the answers. So we said sitcom in number 1. Number 2, travel guide is the odd one out because the others are TV programs, soap opera, reality show, talent show, whereas a travel guide is a book. Number 3, romance is the odd one out. Now, they're all types of book, but self-help books, cookery books, and history books are all examples of non-fiction. Yep, so they are all based on real things. Romance is fiction, it's fantasy, it's created, okay? So romance is an example of fiction. Self-help, cookery, history are non-fiction, so they're information, they're facts, they're always true. They're not created stories. Okay, number 4, comedy, musical, opera, or pop video. Comedy is the odd one out, obviously. All the others have music in common. And costumes, cast, lighting, the special effects. The cast is the odd one out. They're all to do with films, but the cast is the people. And costumes, lighting, and special effects are things connected to film. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, let's look at task 4. Task 4 is a revision of extreme adjectives, which we did in lesson 33. So we talked about gradable adjectives, adjectives that you can use with very, and their extreme versions. So I think, for example, if you remember, very hot, boiling, very cold, freezing. Yep, so have a quick think back to lesson 33. And what I'd like you to do is try to remember the extreme adjective with the same meaning. So look at number 1. Have you ever seen the American sitcom Friends? It's very funny. Do you know an extreme adjective that means the same as very funny? Can you remember? Yep, it's hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, so that's number 1 done as an example for you. Now it's over to you. Okay, number 2. I can't stand reality shows. I think they're very silly. Find me another way of saying very silly. Number 3. I find it very surprising just how popular self-help books are in the UK. I find it very surprising just how popular self-help books are in the UK. Can you change very surprising? Number 4, the special effects in Star Wars films are considered very good. You probably know lots of ways for saying very good. Number 5, my friend loves horror films, but I think they're very bad. 2 ways I think you probably know for saying very bad. And number 6, I get very angry when my children talk all the way through a good film. Give me another way of saying very angry. Okay, stop the slide here if you need more time. Here come the answers. Here we go. So number 1, we've said that very funny is hilarious. Hilarious. Very silly in number 2, ridiculous. Ridiculous. In number 3, very surprising is astonishing. Astonishing. Number 4, very good could be amazing, excellent, brilliant, fantastic, incredible. I think in the lesson we did amazing and excellent. Yeah. Okay, number 5, my friend loves horror films, but I think they're very bad. Awful, terrible, shocking, yeah, appalling. But awful is the one we did in lesson 34. Lesson 33. Lesson 34 was the passive, wasn't it? And finally, I get furious, very angry when my children talk all the way through a film. So true, I do. So there are the answers. Any problems? Make sure you go back to lesson 33 and there was a table with 10 extreme adjectives for you to learn. Okay, we're on to our final task now, which is about preferences, which was again from lesson 32, all different ways of stating our preferences. And obviously they have different verb patterns that follow them. So I want to see if you can remember them. Okay, read these sentences about my preferences. Okay, mark the sentences tick if they are grammatically correct and cross if they are incorrect. Maybe you can correct them. So all of these sentences are true about me. So you're not worrying about if you think they're true or not. You need to look at the grammar. Yeah, you need to look for a grammatical mistake. Here we go. Number 1. I like watch cookery shows on TV much more than cooking. Number 2. I quite like English crime fiction, but I absolutely love Nordic noir. Have you heard of Nordic noir? It's Scandinavian, so Swedish, Danish. Crime fiction, really good. I prefer rock music from rap. Number 3. Number 4. I prefer watching drama series on Netflix to following them live on TV or to following them on live TV. I'll say that again, I got myself in a muddle. Number 4, I prefer watching drama series on Netflix to following them on live TV. And finally, number 5, I'd rather read the Harry Potter books to watch the films. And number 6, I'd prefer to stay in this weekend, but my husband would rather go out. Stop the slide there. Here come the answers. Here we go. Number 1 is incorrect. So the watch is wrong. The correct version is I like watching cookery shows on TV much more than cooking. Okay, so after the verb like, the following verb is in the ing form. So you can say I like cookery shows more than cooking. That's fine because it's I like plus a noun. When we have a verb, after like it has to be in the ing form. I like watching cookery shows on TV much more than cooking. Number 2, I quite like English crime fiction, but I absolutely love Nordic noir. Correct. Number 3 is incorrect. It's I prefer rock music to rap. I prefer rock to rap, not from. I prefer something to something. Okay? Number 4 is correct. I prefer watching drama series on Netflix to following them on TV. Okay, so prefer functions like the verb like, and after prefer, here we have the ing form. Number 5 is incorrect. It should be I'd rather read the Harry Potter books than watch the films. So there's the difficulty. I prefer something to something. So I prefer rock to rap, but I'd rather listen to rock than rap. So the good ones to learn for those of you who want to talk about your preferences in exams, like the PET or the IELTS. And finally, I'd prefer to stay in this weekend, but my husband would rather go out. Correct. Okay, after I'd prefer, it's one specific occasion, so we need the to form. My husband would rather just takes the bare infinitive. Okay? Why don't you look at my examples and see if they are true for you? So perhaps you could say, I don't like watching cookery shows on TV more than cooking. You might say, I like cooking much more than watching cookery shows. Yeah? I quite like, but I absolutely love. Can you do it so it's true for you? I prefer rock to rap. Is that true for you? Do you need to switch it around, change it around? Okay, have a look at those and see if you can write them down and make them true for you. Okay, that's the end of the review for lesson 35. I hope you found it useful. There's quite a lot in it, isn't there? Any problems, please go back to the lessons and the quizzes in 31 to 34. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.